Which is harder? Surviving 99 nights with only 1 HP, building an entire base in only 1 hour, or surviving 99 nights with only 1 sack slot? Well, here are all these videos, and you let me know which one you think is the hardest. So, let's get into it. Today, I'm gonna be trying to survive 99 nights in the forest, but I'm 1 HP. Now, in 99 nights, you have your very own health bar, and if it gets down to 0, you die. But today, I'm gonna be playing on 1 HP, which means if I take even 1 damage, if one wolf so much as sneezes on the edge of my sleeve, I have to leave the game and either restart or maybe just end the challenge there. We'll see how it goes. So, I'm playing the assassin class, not necessarily because of the katana and kunai, although that is very nice, but because when I'm sprinting around, I'm extremely fast, hopefully enabling me to avoid enemies really fast in case I get caught by surprise. Alright, we got level 3 and the map, but now here comes the hard part where I'm actually gonna have to go out and explore and get the first kid, which is where our first signs of danger are gonna come in. Because here we have wolves, and although they're usually very easy to deal with, they are now probably gonna be insanely hard to avoid. So for the first kid, we're just gonna be smart and take out the wolves from up here. Alright, that went smoothly. We got the wolf pelt, we'll take that. We'll take the key, and we got the old flashlight. Alright, cook our steaks. First kid safe, and now we gotta go get a bunny foot, which will be very easy, and we're not gonna take any damage unless something absolutely crazy happens. Alright, there we go. Took a little bit, but we got it. So as soon as the pelt trader comes in today, we're gonna get a good sack, good axe, or as soon as he comes in tomorrow. And so far, everything's going good, but this is definitely the easiest part of the challenge so far. We're gonna have to deal with raids. I have no idea how hard that's gonna be, but we'll see. For now, let me try to get the fire level 4, and for that, we're actually gonna need to go out and loot. So we'll wait for the pelt trader, and then we'll get that done. Alright, there we go. We got the good sack, the good axe. Now's the start of the hard problems. We gotta find a way around these wolves while also looting as much as we can. We need this fuel canister, that's really good. And I have to be careful that nothing even chases me. If there's something chasing me, we have to at least run away because I don't want to be caught by surprise. We got a revolver, that's pretty good. That'll help us for when we run out of kunai. We also got another fuel canister, that's great. Okay, we got our first wolf chasing us right now. Okay, he stopped, but there's also cultists right there. Now, I want that microwave. Believe me, I want that microwave. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly take him out using the revolver. We're gonna go for the microwave. Wolf's not chasing me. The cultist's not chasing me. So far, we're good. I'm gonna try to sneakily take a little bit of stuff without being seen. Maybe even open this chest. He's not doing his job. He is just staring at that tent. All right, we got a seed box, but it's not too helpful. So far, though, everything's going good. We almost got a full sack. Okay, this is interesting. We have a wolf chasing me, and I'm stuck. Can I? Okay, I can hit him through the wall. That's perfect. He pokes his head through, and we're good. I was a little bit worried. There's always a wolf in here, though, in one of these 2 rooms. Thankfully, it's not this one where the chest is. Don't know if we need this chest, really, though. All right, now let's head back to the base, and as long as I don't get hit, we should be fire level 4. All right, all's good. We are fire level 4. We have some wood and some scrap, so let's get a craft image too. Now I want the sundial and the compass. The compass for finding the kids a little bit easier, so we're not necessarily wandering, because if I don't know where I'm going, then part of my attention will be on the kids and not on avoiding enemies. So we got both of those, that's good. We can get the old bed for the multiplier. All right, now it is nighttime, so I do want to be productive and getting stuff, so I'm just gonna get wood as close to the base as I can just to avoid being caught by surprise. I don't think I'm gonna do any crazy looting trips during this whole game. I mean, 1 hit and I'm done. I do not want to even see an alpha wolf, no way. Now we're gonna be getting all 4 kids, and we're gonna try to get all 4 of the beds, but it is gonna be hard. And the deer spawned. Okay, that is not good. We're gonna be making our way safely back into the base, and you can have fun hugging that tree, my good sir. Can I interest you in a Prius? Okay, seems like he doesn't like Priuses. He's gonna be heading out. Now we got some more wood. We have a bunch of food left over. Now let's go try to get the second kid as well as a little bit of scrap. Now, I just thought of this in advance. I can't take any damage, meaning a thunderbolt could end the entire run. I gotta be careful not to be out, or at least I need to be moving when I'm out. And then I also have to be careful in the base if I don't have a lightning rod. Now, there's a hospital right there, which usually is one of the greatest buildings because you get bandages, but pretty useless to me now. All right, we found where the... No way, it's stuck in a wall. Wait, I think all of the wolves except one are stuck in the wall. Okay, he's chasing after... I have to be really careful, though. Do not want to get hit. Yeah, the 3 other wolves seem to be outside the wall, so it looks like we're gonna have to get fire level 5 before getting the second kid. So now we're gonna have to be really careful looting because there are gonna be alpha wolves around here. Get a tire because of my Volkswagen Beetle from 1939. Needs a little bit of repair. Got some armor, but I quite literally don't need it. And a bandage, but won't need it. More armor, I will not need that. Okay, I need to get around this alpha wolf, but he was in the way. So now let's... Okay, we got the pelt too. That's good. We're gonna need that for the trade, and I believe that should get me the giant sack. We got a gold chest right here too. I'm hoping for an oil barrel. Okay. More alpha wolves coming at me, and when I run away from that wolf, I have to be careful I don't run into that one or aggro any other wolves. We also have the strong axe and some more kunai. Thank you very much. This is going good. Got a strong axe on day 6. We also have 20 seconds to get back to the base. So I'm gonna get whatever's in here. The good sack, we don't need that. And I'm going straight back. I'm not risking running into a wolf or risking the deer spawning on me or even the owl later on. All right, we're at 60% on our fire. So far, everything's going pretty good. We can get craft dimension 3, which immediately means we're getting the lightning rod. I do not want that to even be a factor here. Not something I have to worry about. Getting that right now. And then I guess after that, let's get the regular bed too. Forgot to get that. So the winter base or the winter biome is top right. We're gonna loot towards the left side. And again, being very careful. Now I want to ask you a question. Do you ever use the fairy? I've never really used the fairy genuinely. Maybe if there were guaranteed chilies for like 5 flowers, I would use the fairy pretty often. But it's 20 flowers. It's kind of a lot. Like here's just one flower out in the middle of nowhere and I don't see any others. Now the one thing I really like about this game is that every time an enemy's coming after you, there'll be a little, I don't know what to call it, some tiny, not really tiny, but deep sound effect. It's like a thud, but in a hollow, I don't know, something. You know the sound if you played this game. And because of that, that'll make this challenge a lot easier. Like right there, got a wolf. I have to be careful I don't run into another wolf while running away. Okay, this is good. We got fuel canister and coal right here. Basketball shot. I might be getting chased by a wolf. Okay, no, that he stopped chasing me. So let me just quickly make this basketball shot while being chased by a wolf because that is how we roll around here. I don't know if I made it. Slow that down to 0.25x if you want, but I'm not going back there. I do not want to take damage right now. That was a little close. Okay, another fuel canister. I think we're good now. We should have enough fuel. Get us up to fire level 5. Then we'll get 2 kids in a row. There we go. It started raining thunder, but we are prepared. Now I actually might not get fire level 5. Okay, we're close. Very, very close, but we're not there yet. So let me get some wood. And we're also getting attacked tonight. So raining, thundering, and a raid. The raid is going to be so hard. But because it's the first one, it'll only be 2 cultists that have melee damage only. And actually, I just found an extra fuel canister. So we're good with fire level 5. Let me also get the good bed and a second farm plot. Now there's 4 of them on the way over to this base. Now I know for a fact that it's going to be only 2 of them. So what happened to the other 2? One of the most mysterious pieces of lore in the entire game. Forget the deer, but I want to know what happened to the 2 cultists. Okay, we got 1 aggroed onto me now. 2 of them aggroed onto me. I'm going to use my kunai so that I'm extra careful. Not going to use too many of them. And there we go. Very easy, but it becomes so much harder the second the red ones start coming by. I'm going to keep looking up. That way, if any cloud appears above me, I'll be able to see. Not through the leaves per se, but you'll see a faint yellow light blinking. And with that, you'll know if there's a cloud above you, even while you're chopping down a tree. All right, this is actually a good day. We're going to get this tree, which will get us the crock pot. The pelt trader is here, so we'll get the giant sack. And then we'll also get the second and maybe the 3rd kid. That is a very strong maybe. All right, get the crock pot. Let's get the giant sack. And I'm also going to get a boost pad just so we can move around a little bit quicker. Now, the fire is getting a little low. That does not give me a lot of confidence. So I think I'm just going to 100% only get the second kid and then spend the rest of the time getting fuel. If that goes down, I will have to deal with not just the enemies at nighttime, but a hungry deer, which makes me glad for the flashlight. But again, I don't even want to risk it. Okay, this is not good. I just ran by like 4 wolves, 3 wolves, 1 still chasing me. All right, we're good. Let me grab this fuel canister. We'll need that. And a rifle. That's nice. We'll need that for the kids. Another fuel canister too, next to 2 wolves if I can just barely reach it. Okay, we're not perfect, but it's only 1. All right, second kid is there. Let me shoot at them from 3 miles away. All right, there's the key. Let's put that in there, get the second kid, and only fuel from now on. The rest of this day is just fuel. Why do I hear it? Dude, I heard a wolf. I heard a wolf while inside of a building. I do not like that. Okay. Or I didn't hear the wolf. I heard the sound when someone's attacking you or an animal's attacking you. But I think we're good now. It might have saw me through the door. Okay, here we go. We got some fuel. We also got a base back there. If I go in there, I want you all to call me stupid. No chance am I setting foot near that thing. Oil barrel is fantastic. fantastic. And it is nighttime. And I'm assuming our fire is still extremely low. So I have to be very careful going back to base. I need to make it all the way back without getting attacked, shot at, especially since there's a cultist right there. And the owl awoke. Yep, that's fantastic. I'm so happy for that. I am glad your alarm clock went off at the best possible time. Let me grab some flashlight battery from the fireflies. Gotta be careful. And we're good. We're back to base. The owl didn't spawn on me. Fire is still decently alright. Second kid is safe, and we should be safe with our fire. We're at about 50%. So the next day, we're gonna go get the third kid, and then I guess all that's left is the fourth kid after that, and then the giant bed. And no way am I getting cultist gems from a stronghold, so we're just gonna have to do this old-fashioned style with the raids that come every, I don't know how many days. I think it's 6, 5, might be 5. All right, we're heading over there. I have to be very careful because we're not just dealing with wolves and even alpha wolves, but bears too, and they have insanely long, not just detection, but reach. So I have to be very careful, and I'm also finally gonna make my basketball shot, which I was gonna make earlier. Excuse me, Mr. Wolf, please watch. Okay, that absolutely made it in. That totally wasn't the worst air ball I've ever seen in my entire life. Just don't watch that one back at 0.25 times speed. And now we got 2 bears on me, but also an alpha wolf. So I gotta be careful not to fall down there. That's just GG, but it shouldn't be too hard. It's only 2 bears and an alpha wolf. We also did get the bear pelt, so that'll complete all of the bear pelt or the pelt traders trades. And the alpha wolf is upside down, which makes that easier for us. And we can get the third kid. I would like an oil barrel out of here, please. I said please, therefore you must give it to me. Okay, that is actually not bad. More kunai and a flashlight. Now the flashlight is going to be super helpful if we're out late at night by accident. We also got an absolute ton of food. Let me grab this basketball and just make this second shot in a row because the last shot was absolutely a drainer in the net. You saw it swish. Oh, that one was just beautiful. I've never seen a better shot in my entire life. See, the basketball knew my shot was just so great that it's running to the other court. Oh, never mind. It's just running away from me. All right, we got a ton of food. Bear pelt off to the side. Third kid is safe. We're gonna get some more stews as well. That way we never even get close to starving. And so far, this challenge is actually going way better than I thought it would. I thought it would be 10,000 times harder. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't speak too soon. The raids could be a huge problem. You know what? This might be a smart investment. If I get a bunch of bear traps and use them as a way to take out the cultists for me, then maybe that'll actually help me out. And if you don't move, you are gonna lose your toes. I'm warning you, right? You have 3 seconds to move. 3, 2, 1. Good evening, this is Alex Blocks from the future. I just realized while editing this video that I took damage from the bear trap without realizing it. But don't worry, because you'll see how this challenge goes in the end. Alright, you're going down 2 shoe sizes. What in the world? What kind of... Alright, wait, what? Well, I just realized, why is your hair going through your hat? Please explain your what? Why is your hair defying the laws of physics? Hold up, are the other kids like this too? Okay, you don't have hair. That's a worry. You don't seem to have hair either. Why are the children bald? Why does she have hair so thick that it breaks through fabric, but both of the boys are bald? This is, are you guys just really short 30-year-olds? I don't know why you'd be wearing that hat if you were. All right, but today, let me try to go get some oil barrels, which is gonna be a little scary. Actually not scary. That's the wrong word. A little difficult. Wait, I just realized. Hold up. These bear traps can also damage me. I have to be so careful around these things. But the right word for me going now is dangerous. But we have to do it to get the oil barrels. I could technically get wood for the biofuel, but we are gonna play the game like men. Not really. Men don't go out and just get themselves killed, but we do when the time is right, and now is not the time. So I'm just doing this to do it, man. Okay, this is good. These chests can always give you oil barrels. I think they actually might have a higher chance. Wait, what was that? Okay, I thought I heard a wolf attacking me. Got another rifle. We'll take the ammo. Okay, it's getting close to night. I'm just gonna head back. I'm not gonna try to loot longer. Not gonna be too dangerous. Gonna take this fuel canister. That's nice. Rifle ammo, and we're being raided tonight. So actually, my strategy is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna stay outside of my base on purpose. That way, the cultists will all center or go towards the center of the base, allowing me to take out the ranged ones from as far of a distance as possible, and the deer is here. But good thing, during the cutscene, the deer always despawn, so keep that in mind. Alright, I think here's a good distance. I'm above any wolves that could sneak up on me. Even that one who can spawn on me like that, you know, I'm gonna be careful. I'm not even gonna be near that wolf. Alright, one of them already hit the bear traps, so we'll take him out, and there's only one more red one, I think. Alright, now let me check. Are there any more ranged ones? I don't believe so. I see 3 melees, 4 melees. Let me get all of their attention, lead them over to the bear traps, being very careful, but you're gonna lose your finger fingers this time. You have to move. All right, going good. Take out him. All right, he's invincible to bullets. This is good. And there we go. Raid taken care of very nicely. So now that tells me that every raid we're gonna have 2 cultists from now on, or 2 of the ranged cultists. Peltrader's back today. Not sure what he can offer me. He can offer me iron armor, strong X, strong flashlight. We'll just take the iron armor. Why not put it on? I'm not gonna use it, but why not? All right, what are you doing? She just activated, I think, 3 of the traps. I think you just hate your feet. Why do you walk around with no shoes? Are you trying to get your feet taken off, infected, and destroyed? Do you just hate walking? All right, she hates walking. Now, actually, it's raining, so I'm not gonna go out of the base. There could be a lightning bolt that just strikes me out of nowhere. We're gonna use a biofuel processor for right now. Okay, you know what? It is a very good thing I didn't go out. Deer is hungry tonight, so for now, I'm probably gonna stay inside the base no matter what. I don't even want to go get more wood. I don't want to do anything outside the base tonight. I prefer life. No, dude, that's a joke. Well, that's great. My smile that has the slight gap in here really shows my face right now. I am happy but dying on the inside because I stepped my pinky toe. How do you do it? You seem to be invincible to these things. Your toes are made out of metal. Steel-toed boots and everything, man. Oh, that's not good. This is your fault. I hope you know this is all your fault. This what you did here. Look at what you did. No, don't you run away from your consequences of your actions. You apologize to the... Don't you... All right, you know what? You're... Oh, you coming? Don't do it. Okay, I thought she was gonna walk to the bear trap, but okay, you know what? She did walk into the... What is your issue, man? It's not even the other kids. Look, this guy's running into a wall. Why can't you be more like him? But I think I'm gonna call it right there. This challenge is extremely difficult because even just that I messed up on. Now, I do think this challenge is possible, but maybe I'll save it again for another day in a different way. So for now, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my new compilations channel, which will be this video on screen right here. Today, I'm gonna be building the fastest base in 99 Nights in the Forest. So I'm gonna give myself only 1 hour to build absolutely everything, and we're gonna see just what I can come up with, whether it'll be good or bad, or who knows. All right, so there we go. An hour on the clock. Let's do this as fast as possible. Get into the game, and we're gonna see what we can make. We're playing the lumberjack class. That way we could start out pretty quickly and also get trees and wood faster for log walls that we're most likely gonna use as the walls. All right, first things first, we got a double tree section right here. That's perfect. That'll be fire level 2 in like 10 seconds. We also got 3 saplings from that. All right, there we go. Fire level 3 pretty fast. We have to be doing this as fast as possible because I do not want to have a bad base. I actually want to have a decent base by the end of this. So that way, if you guys don't play for too long, you can also build a base similar to the one that I'm building. So we got our map. We're actually not going to place it next to the campfire, but right over here. We got to use this as furniture because we're not going to have too much furniture. All right, so far we got a decent amount of stuff. Fire level 4. Farm plot area is going to be over here. Map right there. Gonna get some food while it's night. All right, so far we're doing really good. We got the spear from the pelt trader. We got the first kid. We got a bunch of food right here that we could eat. 2 farm plots, map, trees growing right now. So with this spear, I'm actually gonna be getting the second kid. Doing this as fast as possible. We've already spent 7 minutes. Okay, it seems like I won't be able to get the second kid for right now. She's halfway stuck, or at least part of the dungeon stuck in the map. So we're just gonna loot for now. We need to get our fire level up higher. There we go. We got a rifle right here. And a very friendly neighbor visit from my friend and neighbor, the deer. Like a good neighbor, the deer should stay away from me. All right, I have a decent amount of stuff. I need to find a way away from the deer. He's probably on the building, right? Yeah, he is. All right, shine the flashlight at him. We're going back to base, collecting furniture coins as well so we could add more stuff to our base. Yeah, they definitely nerfed the old flashlight. This thing has almost no range anymore. 3 fuel canisters, actually 4 fuel canisters going in here. Getting really close to fire level 5 already. Let's loot more towards this way now. We've used almost 10 minutes of our time and I feel like I haven't done anything. Now I do have a lot more time left, but it doesn't feel like it. We got the stronghold over here. I'll keep note of that. I'll put that on the map just in case we want to loot it. I don't know if we'll have the time to, but maybe we will. We got 10 minutes until that goes. All right, this is good. We found the anvil place without using the radar. So we have the anvil and the stronghold on our map. We won't need the radar at all because if you use the radar, that's like 30 scrap and 15 wood, I believe, because it's 15 scrap for the radar and 15 scrap to find whatever place you need. So really 45 scrap if you want to find both. Hoping for a strong. There we go. I had to say that right before just to call it, but the strong axe is going going to help us a lot with this challenge, especially since we're playing the lumberjack. We can get wood as fast as possible. We can get all the trees around our base pretty quickly. That will actually help quite a lot that we got the strong axe on day 4. Eating some carrots on the way back from base as well, just so we don't need to get too much food. We're definitely going to be at fire level 5, which means we can go get the second and third kids. So let's get the second kid on the compass, and let me actually build my compass. Compass, regular bed. We have to remember where we're putting our stuff at. So the regular bed we'll put right here because the squid kid should put his tent somewhere here. Cut down this tree for the squid kid. All right, let's quickly go get the second kid. We have a bunch of wood back at the base. Now we're not going to be building a level 6 firewall. That is just unreasonable, but we are going to be able to build a decent base. All right, we got the alpha wolf pelt and the key. Got a strong flashlight that'll be useful. This is way better than the old flashlights. A lot better. The old flashlight seems to be something you can only really use when the deer gets super close to you. All right, Kraken kit is safe. We have the alpha wolf pelt for when we want to get the giant sack. Everything's going good so far. Let's try to go get the third kid too. Now it is going to be nighttime, but I believe because it's only 2 bears and we have a lot of rifle ammo, we should be able to do this during the night, which will save me a lot of downtime from just doing nothing all night. And we're getting close to being a third done. This feels like it's going by so fast, so we got to do this even faster. Take this fuel right here. I think this is where the third kid is, so we're gonna shoot from up top. Now we are getting raided tonight, so that's really good because the deer will be at our base rather than on wherever I'm at. All right, got a bear pelt too, so we'll be able to finish out the pelt trader. Got the squid kid. Furniture trader is also in town. Where's he at? On the way. Not really on the way, but he's very close to where I'm at. We also have 55 furniture coins. What do you have, my good sir? 3 red rugs, purple rug, we'll take that. Signposts for 2 kids and the farm, and then we'll also get the Kevin and his pet Nemo. Pelt trader is back to, dude, everything is going perfectly right now. All right, we'll give him the alpha wolf pelt, giant sack, then the bear pelt should get us iron armor. There we go, we're doing pretty good. The bed is also pretty nicely placed right here. We've also officially passed 20 minutes. We're more than a third of the way done. Let me get some more wood as well. Gonna need this for walls. We have a lot of materials too. We're gonna have about 80 wood right here. Yep, 110 wood. This is going great. Now we can go get the 4th kid as soon as we have the level 6 fire. So what do I want to do right now? I guess I'm gonna stay back at the base and craft some things like the old bed, which we will give really fast to the dino kid. We can also get a freezer. We'll put that somewhere back here as a little bit extra for the base. It's not really that expensive. Get a couple more farm plots just to make the farm a little bit nicer. Kind of make it like this, like a little pyramid house shape kind of. Then we can start getting log walls. Owl has woken up. Let me get the next crafting bench. Let me get the crock pot. Let me get the boost pad. Let me also get the good bed, which we'll save for when the koala kid is here. Boost pad, we're gonna put that kind of in the center of where all the tents are. Just a nice place to put something. Gonna place some of our furniture. Gotta do this all really, really fast. A green signpost, put that by the farm. Blue signpost by the Kraken kid. Yellow signpost by the squid kid. We got red rugs on red rugs, so we are gonna just put these around here. We got 3 of them. Boom, 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 like this, fast as possible. Purple rug, save that for the koala kid as well. Snowman is gonna be with the boys. Nemo is gonna be with the Kraken kid. So far looking so good. Everything seems to be good for right now. Maybe I could get a biofuel processor to get fuel faster, but I think I'm just gonna go out and loot. I'm hoping for an oil barrel out of these kind of chests because you can get them and they're decently common. Also got to make that basketball shot. That was totally in. We always have to do that, even in speedruns. You can never not do it. We got a bunch of fuel canisters right here. We got 4 right now. Oil barrel, and maybe we'll even be good to go back home. But maybe I'll just play it a little bit safe. We got a defense blueprint. We can add that to the base. Oil barrel right here. Actually, another defense blueprint. I will take that too. It's like free furniture. There we go. There's our oil barrel. We're going straight back to the base. We're gonna have the max level fire in about 26 minutes. I think I was seeing videos on my homepage of people trying to get the max level fire as fast as possible, and the world record, or the supposed claimed world record right there, was like 20 something minutes as well. So who knows, maybe I'm at world record pace right now and building a nice ergonomic base at the same time. All right, we'll put all our stuff right here. Actually, let me put it over here for now. Actually, I might not be able to get it. Okay, yeah, we're very close, so let me actually just build the biofuel processor anyway. Place that thing down as soon as possible, and our trees aren't done. That's not good. Let me go get wood. Maybe 2 big trees if they're right next to each other. We got 2 small trees next to each other. I don't need need too much wood, so I just need... There we go. Two big trees right next to each other. We're about to be halfway done, man. This feels like it's going by so fast. All right, this should definitely be enough. More than enough. I'm actually going to not use all of it. There we go. Everything's going good. We have a little bit of wooden scrap. We have the max level fire. I do need some food, though, so let's place down the crock pot. Use the carrots that we have to make some food. Place the extra carrots around the crock pot just so we cook a little bit extra. Or not even a little bit extra, a lot of it extra. Placing it inside the crock pot like this. If your sack is slightly in there, then it just glitches the carrots inside. Don't know how that works, but we're just gonna use it. Charge the boost pad at night. Now I gotta figure out what else do I want to do. I'm gonna go get the fourth kid. This is probably the very next thing of business. We probably have enough ammo. Definitely have enough ammo. Fourth kid is this way. We're gonna head out this way using the boost pad, and by the time we get there, it should be close to the daytime, and then we should be good to get the fourth kid. Bring her all the way back to the base. And then we gotta think about what the furniture we want to do. Wait, hold up. What is the fourth kid out in the winter biome? What in the... I think the fourth kid probably just on the edge of the winter biome. Okay, maybe not just on the edge, but it looked very close back there. All right, here it is. 4 seconds till we hit daytime. Just gonna try to take out the bears as best as I can right now. We also have a bunch more animals trying to kill me. I gotta be careful I don't die right here. We have a whole zoo following after. Why are there more of them? Where do you keep coming from? All right, I officially have an entire zoo. I am a whole show over here. What the what? Are you okay? Dude, yo! Dude, he went into the fourth dimension. He got hit that hard. I feel bad for him. That is actually insane. All right, there we go. That was pretty difficult. We now have the fourth kid. Let me eat some raw food real quick because I'm about to die of starvation. Mythic chest, fourth kid, and we're officially past halfway. Got the chainsaw, actually. That'll be pretty useful for getting a lot of wood, because then we can get the big trees, or at least get the big trees a lot faster. All right, fourth kid has the bed set up. Purple rug going right out front, bed going off to the side, quickly building a very nice base. But we do need to start actually thinking about building these walls, because the walls do take a decent amount of time, and I do not want to start building a house just to not finish it. It's literally in the Bible that you got to count the cost before you build your house, and so I'm gonna use a little bit of that wisdom right now. Gotta make sure we're using our time appropriately and our materials. I don't want to be down to the last millisecond trying to place stuff. This isn't reality TV. All right, we got 67 logs. That is nowhere near what we need. We are definitely going to be going out, using our chainsaw, getting wood and saplings. Just going to be doing that as much as possible. We are going to need a lot of materials for this. All right, this is looking better. We have about 150 wood, almost 160. And now I'm going to go get even more saplings. Just get this up as high as possible. We're not making a massive base, but we are going to make a complete base. We're almost 2/3 of the way done with this too. Trying to get as many saplings as possible right now, and I'm thinking maybe after getting this batch of saplings, we can go try to get the stronghold done. That way we can get cultist gems enough for the giant bed. We'll have all 4 beds, all 4 kids. I feel like that would complete the base pretty well, as well as get me furniture coins. So yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So for now, we're just gonna stick with these 11 saplings that we have, and we're gonna get as much as we can out of the stronghold. And doing this at nighttime is actually pretty good too, because we have a raid night, so the deer's not going to be chasing after me, and we're also going to be inside of the stronghold all night, so we're good. Okay, this is perfect. Furniture Trader's here today. I'm wondering, is he on the map? He is not on the map. This is not good. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this coin right here, and now I'm going to try to find the Furniture Trader as fast as possible. I'm going to be going around the grasslands first, using the chili peppers. These are actually gonna help quite a lot. Just looking for that. Now I can't see. It's always, I feel like the cycle for blizzards and the Furniture Trader are in sync. Looking around, I can't see very far anymore. Still not seeing the furniture. I hope he's not. There he is. Okay, perfect. I was about to say, I hope he's not in the winter biome. He is, but at least he's around the edge. We'll get some camping chairs, 2 tables, bean bags, mossy trellises, bookshelves. We can probably use every last thing, and the icy throne. Now I am really slow. That's not good for our speed run, especially since I'm now less than 1/3 of the time left, but at least we found them before we ran out of time. All right, it's back to nighttime. We just took care of the raid. We have furniture in inventory, but we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna go get the stronghold during the night, and since we're on the 3rd floor, shouldn't be too long before we finish that, and maybe we could even place our furniture at night too, saving us just a little bit of extra downtime. Trying to plan everything in advance here. All right, we just took care of that. We have 30 seconds left still. Pick up up all this as fast as possible, get our gems, get our mythic chest. I'm not even sure if we need anything out of here. Maybe the tactical shotgun would be nice. Chainsaw, already got that. All right, we now have enough cultist gems to get the giant bed, but we don't have enough scrap. Now, before we get the scrap, let me get enough wood for the walls that we're gonna need later. I have 16 minutes to go get scrap and then build all these walls. Okay, we actually might be going down to the last second here. And the furniture that I have in my inventory, this is actually gonna be pretty crazy. I have to get all this wood into our crafting bench as fast as humanly possible. All right, we now have about 340 wood. That's pretty good. We're gonna plant these saplings anyway, though. 14 minutes left. This is not looking good. Maybe I'm underestimating how much we need to do, or overestimating how much we need to do, but I still do want to get this done fast. It is literally nighttime, but I'm gonna be looting for scrap anyway. We need this scrap soon. All right, this is getting close. I think we have enough scrap for the giant bed. We're about to hit 10 minutes, and we gotta place down this furniture and all of our walls, and hopefully we have enough walls to make this look nice. We're on day 55 as well. We're close to hitting day 99. All right, 100 scrap, definitely enough. Craft a bench 4, giant bed. Now let's place down all of our furniture. We got blue bean bags. We're gonna put that off to the side back here like this. Then I know we have a bookshelf. I remember it from earlier, so we'll place that down. Then we have another bookshelf. We'll put that behind the dino kid. Actually, no, squid kid. He needs more stuff. Mossy trellises. We could place those all around our farm. Gonna start with this corner right here. We have a wooden table. Now I want to make some kind of table for the kids to eat at, so we could put it right here. Green camping chair. We could put that for me to work at. Another green camping chair. We could put that right here if you want to make some food while sitting down. More trellises. All right, that looks pretty nice. Another wooden table. Might as well make this a little bit longer than, not too much longer though. Icy throne. That is Kevin's seat. We will be giving that right to him. Giant bed going right here. So that's all of our furniture placed down. We have a decent compact base right here. Now we need to start using our walls, or at least our wood to make the walls, and then use those walls, because I have 9 minutes left, not even, and I have a raid 2 that I have to take care of. Everything is coming down to the wire right now, but so far the base is looking pretty cool. All right, raid is taken care of. Let's place down all of our walls. We'll get more wood if we need it from the trees right next to me. So let's start. I don't want to make it too big, but I want it to have a little bit of space. So we're just gonna do something like this and just keep going as fast as humanly possible. Not perfectly circle, but decently circly, because that is a word. I just googled it in my brain. Okay, this is that's a little not good. This is kind of in the way. I think I can get around it though. That looks fine. Boom. Think we're about halfway done with the wall. Running really low on food right now, but same with time. We have 7 minutes. All right, we're very close to building this wall. We just need a little bit more wood, so we're gonna cut down all this wood. We're just gonna get rid of it, to be honest. Declutter the base and then use some of it for the walls as well. All right, for a door, we're gonna put it on this side because the kids really seem to like this. I don't have a hammer. I quite literally have no hammer. Okay, door's going over here. It's pretty much gonna have to be. Need to get around this base to cut off all these other trees. Less than 5 minutes left. Hold up. I think there's a tree stuck in here. I can't cut it down, I don't think. Okay, well, we got a tree as part of the wall. Not bad. Kind of bad, not gonna lie. Now for these saplings, we're just gonna burn them because we don't need them. We need to make this base nice and clean. And try to chop down this tree again. Okay, there we go. Now I got it. All right, furniture trader's back today, but there is no way on this green earth am I gonna go back over there. Hold up, maybe I do have time. We're gonna craft a few more walls. We're gonna have our door be off to the right of where I'm at right now. Boom, right here. There we go. Defensive blueprints. We're gonna put them all in the middle right here. Place these down. If we have 2 minutes, we could try to go get more furniture from the furniture. Is he on the map? That is what I'm really hoping for. He is on the map. Okay, that's perfect. It seems to be that every other time he's on the map. I don't know why that is, but maybe it's a glitch. Who knows? But we have 2 minutes to get whatever he has as fast as possible. Excuse me, sir. I am here as a Black Friday sale shopper. I would like this. I would like that. I would like all of these two. This, por favor. Thank you. Gracias. I'm out here. I have a minute. Sorry, I jumped on your head. 1 minute, 40 seconds, less than that. We're gonna add the final finishing touches to this base. All right, wooden nightstand. I'm already thinking of where we could put this stuff. We're gonna give that to the squid kid. Just kind of squeeze that in right here. Mossy fence segment. Do we have any trellises? It doesn't seem we have any trellises, so we're gonna add these fences just to the farm like this. Gonna kind of have to figure out what we can do here. This is gonna kind of overlap a little bit, but that's kind of what we have to deal with. Bluebells, we could use those at the edge of the bed right here for the Kraken kit. Blue pillow, we could also do something around here. We have 3 blue pillows, so I guess we're just gonna add a whole bunch of pillows. Pillows galore over at the Kraken kid's base. I have 40 seconds. We're just placing this down. Hedgerow intersection, you know what? We'll put that as a little corner right here. Another hedgerow intersection, same thing. We're just using these as regular hedgerows at this point. Boom, there we go. A 4th. Why do I have so many blue pillows? You know what, Kraken kid? You're never even gonna touch grass. You're gonna touch pillows. Mossy fence segment. We have another one. Place that back here. Mossy fence. I have 20 seconds left. Hedgerow intersection. Whoops, forgot I had another one. And with that is the base. I have 12 seconds. We're gonna place some stew right on this table to make it look nicer. Bam, there we go. I'm gonna eat a stew myself. Take this log wall blueprint, drop it, throw it to Narnia, and that is the... I don't know why that says fail. Well, I do. That was for a challenge, but now it's not a fail. I think this is quite the success, actually. So let me get rid of that real quick. There we go. And now let's do a base tour of the fastest base probably I've ever built in 99 Nights in the Forest. So starting out, we have our entryway, which was not planned, but forced, with 6 different barbed wire to help take out the cultists. Then we have the 4 kids' tents right out front. The Kraken kid, who will never touch grass in her entire life, has a nice, very cool area with a bed, pillows, if you didn't notice those, and her very own pet fish, Nemo. Then the Dino kid, who is sniffing this flower as if his life depends on it. He has a nice little humble abode, lots of carpet, not nice and soft. Then we got Kevin hanging out with the boys. Squid kid, his nice humble abode with a bed, bookshelf, nightstand, all that stuff. And same thing here with the Koala kid. Not too much going on for them, but they do have their very own table right here with some stews that they can share. Why is there 3 stews, not 4? Don't ask about that. Then we have our farm, which actually does look pretty nice. We grew a piece of cake. That's pretty cool. We'll just eat that now. You got a seat right here if you want to cook. I'll cook some stews right now, or just 1 stew. We have our freezer, which I put nothing in except for 1 carrot right now by accident, as everybody loves frozen carrots. They're good for your eyes and your teeth when frozen. And then over here, we have our biofuel processor, which I would have picked up if I had a hammer, but we did not have the time for that. We have our workbench, sundial, compass, and the map, and the lightning rod. And overall, a pretty humble base. Pretty nice. And we built all of that in just 1 hour. Let me know what you guys think of this base down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and click here to watch one of my compilation videos. Today, I'm going to be beating 99 Nights in the Forest, not with an old sack, but with a terrible sack, which is basically just going to be the old sack, but I can only use 1 slot, which is going to make this incredibly hard to beat. So we have to beat all 99 nights, but I can only pick up 1 item at a time. And I'm not even allowed to have something in my sack and then also pick up something with my mouse. I'm only allowed the 1 slot in my sack. So we'll start up the fire. Gonna have to chop down trees right next to the base, because otherwise it'll take forever to transport that wood. Or what I can do is start throwing stuff. Yeah, okay, this actually might help me a little bit. If I start throwing things over there, it should be a little bit faster. And we'll take our sapling, we'll put that close as we can. Yeah, okay, so this way, by throwing things, we can actually somewhat negate the need for a sack right now. Not for too long, but while we're next to the base. So the goal is to try to get the 4 kids. They're gonna be the easiest to get in terms of getting higher day multipliers, because getting beds is gonna be pretty difficult. It is 20 whole wood for an old bed, which will be 20 trips of wood if I wasn't throwing things. We should be able to get a little bit of wood from the trees we have planted here, but that still will take a lot longer than normal. All right, let's get ourselves the map. And I guess now it's gonna take me quite a while to do this, but we're gonna have to get fuel for the level 4 fire. So I'm gonna just grab 1 coal and then head all the way back to the base and try to just repeat that over and over with the best things I can find. Here we go. Added a little bit to the fire, but not that much. Now what I can do is go get the first kid, so that way we get our multiplier going pretty fast, and we do have the katana to do it. Excuse me, dear, can you get off my lawn? I would appreciate that, thank you. Got another piece of coal, but I'm getting the kid, so I'm just gonna throw that, and hopefully that landed somewhere near the fire. All right, there we go. We have the key key, and I do kind of want the wolf pelt, so we're just gonna throw that towards the campfire. And I also just realized getting food, we're gonna have to get food using farm plots. Getting food any other way will just not be viable. We also did get the good axe and some kunai, two things I don't have to put in my sack. We now have 145 kunai. That's actually pretty good. Now here's the wolf pelt. It didn't make it very far, but we'll remember that the wolf pelt is near where the first kid was. So Dino Kid is safe. Now I need to get some food. So now that I have the good axe, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time getting us some farm plots, because without that, I have no idea how we're getting enough food. All right, so right now we don't need a good sack. No matter what, we're just gonna be using the same exact sack, but we do want to get some pelt trades going. So let me trade with him. I'm wondering, what does he have that's useful? The old flashlight, actually, I guess that is pretty useful, so that's not bad. Let me go grab the wolf pelt, and then with this, we should be able to get a spear, but actually, we won't need that because we have the katana. I'm wondering, what else does he have that I need? Maybe a revolver. That'd be pretty good. Okay, doesn't have anything I need, so I guess we'll just take the old rod, because why not? Now, I'm already running really low on food, so what I'm trying to do is just throw pieces of morsels back at the base and eat these, and then when we're somewhat good on food, I'm gonna try to get some scrap. Scrap is gonna be probably one of the most difficult resources to get, because I can't transport much of it. All right, we got a decent amount of food. Let me go get a little bit of scrap. With this challenge, this is gonna be pretty hard to get the beds fast, because normally you need, I don't know how many hundreds of, well, not hundreds, but nearly 100 scrap probably to get every single bed. Let me actually do the math on that. We did get a radio, so that's 3 scrap. You need 5 for the regular bed. You need 10 for the good bed. Now, I'm not sure about the other crafting benches, but you probably need anywhere from 50 to 75 scrap if I'm being realistic. So let me get the next crafting bench. We'll get a farm plot right off the bat, and then I'm just gonna go get another one because I do not want to run out of food. Now, if I do accidentally put more than one item in my sack, I'm just gonna drop the extra item. I'm not gonna leave the game because accidents do happen quite a lot in these challenges, and it's very, very hard to not fall back into habit. So we'll see how good I can do with this, but if I accidentally pick up something, then I'm gonna just drop it. All right, 2 farm plots down. That will be enough for when we have the crock pot, and we also got a bunch of trees. Now I'm just gonna have to slide these underneath the map like this, and it's actually working. Just gotta keep doing that. So this will actually save me quite a bit of time than putting it in my sack. Got another 15 wood. I think I'm gonna build a 3rd farm plot just in case. Gonna put that diagonally right here, and then we should be pretty good on food. But while we wait for that to grow, let me get some more morsels. You know, parents always teach their kids to throw their food, but I don't think they've ever played 99 Nights in the Forest. If only they knew what our generation was capable of. All right, we're good on food now. 3 farm plots might be enough. We'll still try to get the crock pot eventually, but now let me try to get the level 4 fire. I do want to get the second kid soon. We do have a poison spear over there, but I'm gonna stick with the katana. Now we got a piece of coal. Again, I want to find a fuel canister, so we're just gonna hope that is findable sometime in the near 6 months. Oh, okay, there we go. We got another one. Guess we're playing baseball over here. I'm the new pitcher for the Seattle Deers. I'm pretty sure that's a baseball team. Now we have a fuel canister, so I'm bringing that back to the base, and we'll see if we can find our coal. Okay, here's one, so I'm gonna drop it and then throw this. Now we'll see if we can get that later. Okay, here's another one, and I think I found all of them. I see all 3, so I'm just gonna keep throwing them in the general direction of the base. Actually, not bad. This will help me get 3 pieces of coal and a fuel canister. Throw these in there. This might be enough. I think the fuel canister gives you about 50 or 40%. Okay, yeah, about 40%. So now I just need a few pieces of wood. We can get that pretty easy. And there we go. Fire's level 4. Now I want to go get the second kid as fast as possible, because it's going to be harder and harder and harder to keep going. So the sooner we get our multiplier, the better. Now I am curious what could be in these chests though, because if it's a fuel canister, that'll help. Bandage, not bad. That will help me if I scrape my knees running away from him. I'm going to try to open a... Can you open a chest with a flashlight out? Okay, probably not the wisest idea. So let me just head to where the second kid is. All right, here's actually a good spot though. We got the rifle. That's pretty good. The deer's stuck on the doorway. We'll pick up all our ammo. The rifle will help me to get the 3rd and 4th kids. So now really the only problem is fuel and maybe some bullets. All right, got the key. Excuse me, miss. I would kindly request for you to partake in a journey in the which you abide in my sack. We also got some armor. We'll need that. Now let me see what I can get out of this chest, because if it's something good, I'm going to try to throw it similarly to how I was using or throwing the coal. Okay, box of seeds isn't bad. If it's chilies, that'll actually help us to move faster. And the good thing about chilies is that if you eat them, I'm pretty sure the very next day they just regrow. Speaking of growing, we also got some food to grow at our farm plot. So let me eat some of this. Get the Kraken kids safe in the base. I'm just going to drop all the extra carrots off to the side. And there we go. Food is looking all right. We just need more fuel. So let me go try to do that tonight. And maybe maybe if we see like a microwave, I don't know. It's a tough thing to decide. Do I get fuel or scrap? Because I need both. I guess I don't necessarily need scrap as bad as I do the kids, but what I actually am gonna do, I'm gonna get 5 scrap, so I'm gonna get that microwave so we can get the regular bed, then the old bed, and then we'll get the kids. I feel like that would be a little bit smarter. And we got iron armor, so this is going good so far. Now I have to make my celebratory basketball shot, of the which I actually never miss. I was aiming for this fan, that's why I said I never miss. All right, put this here. Get the regular bed. We need 14 more wood, but we might just get that from right here. So far, everything's looking good. We have a ×4 multiplier with this. Should be able to get ×5 with this, speeding up the run a lot, because that's our problem here. We want to do this fast, but I can't get materials fast. We also do have a raid going on today, but thankfully, because we're playing the assassin class, the katana should help me do this really fast. And then, just again, using our mouse, throwing everything. That's probably going to be what saves us this challenge. If I couldn't even throw anything, that'd be insane. And now we have 30 wood. So let me grab this old bed, place it down. All right, because I actually made that basketball shot earlier, I'm going to be making a second one. Furniture trader is actually watching me too. All right, I'm just gonna let that go. So now we just need fuel. I'm looking for fuel canisters or maybe an oil barrel. I don't know if you can find an oil barrel out here, but hey, I'm gonna take it if I find one. Got the anvil. Probably won't be needing that. We're not building any base with what we have so far. All right, this is not good. It's raining. The campfire is almost out. I don't have a sundial. I cannot tell what time. There we go. Okay, we needed that. The fuel canister will help us. We'll use some chilies to get back to the base faster. I think I'm having some pretty bad luck though, because it's rained twice already and it was pretty much back to back. So I'm gonna try to be smart about this, and I'm just gonna put the fuel in the fire at the very last second, right before it turns nighttime. That way, all this rain won't diminish the fuel that I'll put. Okay, wait, never mind. The rain just went away. Perfect timing. We only have 12% still, so man, this is gonna take a while. It might even be worth it instead to get scrap and then collect biofuel. I guess we'll have to see how that goes, but this is not gonna be okay. Never mind. This is gonna be the easiest challenge in the world. We have a literal ruby chest out of nowhere. Day 12. I will take a chainsaw. Por favor. All right, thorn armor. Can't complain. I'll actually leave the gem of the forest fragment there because we're not going to be using it. Now we just need fuel, or actually scrap if we want to do biofuel. I think biofuel might be a little bit faster. Now we have a fuel canister, but we also have a microwave back here. I'm wondering which, maybe I should just bring the fuel back for now at least, because I'm not going to get biofuel very soon. So for now, we're going to bring back this fuel canister, get some biofuel, and man, that'll be such a nice feeling when we finally have the max level fire. Even if we had an oil drill, which that's probably not even gonna happen. I don't think there's any chance that happens. I feel like I'm scrounging for scrap for coins in the couch right now, trying to find what I'll usually have on like day 3. So let's see. I think now let's just go get some scrap, try to do as best we can. Don't have much to work with. All right, got our microwave. Let's bring this back. I'm gonna need 12 scrap for the biofuel processor, but I also need another 10 for the crafting bench. So this is gonna be a decent amount of trips. All right, Owl is trying to murder me. That means we make a basketball shot. All right, I actually did end up making that. If you didn't see that, you're actually blind, and I would recommend having your eyes checked probably at least 10 times. 10 different doctors never hurts. It only makes you absolutely broke, which that's not a bad thing. I mean, who needs food? Speaking of food, actually, let me eat a little bit. Gonna put the extra over. Oh, wait, I forgot. Let me put my microwave in there. I wasn't supposed to do that. I can't really undo it, but I gotta be more careful. All right, food is off to the side. I will cut to when we finally have enough scrap for the biofuel processor. All right, well, I said I would cut to when I got the scrap, but something really weird happened. I managed to somehow get a perfectly vertical alpha wolf pelt, but what I do have is a metal chair. That'll be 5 scrap, and that will get us all that we need. But then again, you know, the alpha wolf pelt will probably get me something really good. Wait, it might just get me the giant sack, and I don't really need that. So I think actually we're gonna leave that here for now, and maybe we'll come back and get it because I do know where it is. But with that, we now have enough of both wood and scrap to get the biofuel processor or the good bed. It might be worth it to get both, but for now, let me just one at a time pick up this wood and drop it in the crafting bench. I think for right now, because our fire is low, we're gonna get the biofuel processor first. So we'll put that right here. I already have enough wood for the good bed, so all we need is scrap, which means we're just gonna put all this wood into the biofuel. And it's raining and thundering. Okay, this is not the best possible run, but we're trying our best here. Okay, we're struggling, but I now have 38% on our fire. I'm gonna take some of this food and move it off to the side, eat a little bit of it so I don't starve. Okay, this is interesting. Maybe getting the stronghold will be worth it here, because I'll get a mythic chest. We also got some fuel. I'm gonna put that out by the door. But we also get a ton of scrap from the cultist experiment and prototype, so that is probably gonna be worth it here. All right, we used some of our kunai, but now we have two very nice scrap items. Ruby chest as well, which gave me a tactical shotgun, which is not bad. We can actually use that. I'm gonna also get these gems, and I think we're just gonna have to... Actually, I don't know. Wait, actually, I have an idea. Here's what I want to do. We're gonna take one thing out, drop it immediately, and then go back around, because the stronghold doors do eventually close again, and I don't want to leave anything behind. We're also on day 32, so we're about 1/3 of the way there, and so far things are looking pretty good. All right, there we go. We got everything we need. We'll leave the forest gem fragments. Don't need those right now. Then we'll bring back the scrap first, and then the cultist gems. We honestly don't need them right now, but we might need them later to get a better bed, or to get the giant bed. All right, we have enough for the good bed. Let me get that, and that'll be a 6 times multiplier, helping us just a little bit more. And now we do need more wood, but we actually do have some right here. Then we'll go get our scrap. I kind of want a boost pad, not gonna lie. It would help me to get whatever we need faster by just traveling at, I don't know how fast you're going, maybe 3 times the speed, but we'll see. We don't have too many resources right now. I remember when I first played the game, I didn't even do this as a challenge. I genuinely had no idea what the sack did. I was just playing and picking up stuff. Our fire is almost out as well, so let me put a bit of this wood into the biofuel. Otherwise, I will be having a very nice appointment with somebody who has red eyes, claws, and would like to eat me like a literal piece of sandwich. Not a whole sandwich, a piece of sandwich. But while I wait for the day, I'm just gonna quickly grab that last bit of scrap. All right, I'm pretty much resorting to using my food now for biofuel, because I am getting stuck at such an insanely low amount of percentage on our fuel. This is not going good. I don't know if we can even sustain this. If I get the next fire, it might be even harder to sustain. So I have no idea what we should do. We have 10 scrap and 10 wood. I guess we should get a crock pot. That would probably be pretty nice. So we just need 4 more wood. Not that hard. And then that will help us with the food problem. We can use then our excess food for fuel. I think that should be pretty good. And then also getting these saplings will help us to get more wood for more fuel. All right, got a crock pot. We have no materials at all. That's not very nice, but we can start getting some stew. And thankfully the stew doesn't go in the sack. We can have it in our inventory. But now let me actually get a bit more saplings, because hopefully if we have enough wood, we could just chuck it all in the biofuel processor, and maybe we could finally get ahead. We're on day 38, still with a level 4 fire, which is almost out again. I am going straight up. Dude, this is insane. I don't know if we can keep up with this. The fire just went out, barely saved it. This is not good. I'm gonna use some of these carrots for fuel to just keep us alive right now. Let me eat some stew. We'll also make another one. Kind of glad that we have the crock pot now that alleviate, and it's a blizzard. Great. I am totally gonna survive this challenge. I'm not gonna be dead in 2 days. Let me just keep planting my saplings as if I'm not gonna freeze to death and die to death by the deer. I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to survive this. If the fire does run out, I think I might be able to survive just by going in buildings, but then again, wolves are gonna spawn. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I did find a piece of coal right here, though. I probably threw this earlier. Let me put this on the fire right now. There we go. 7%. That's a lot better than 3. All right, just ate our stew. We're back up to full, but I'll make some more extra. Okay, this is going a little bit better. We're over 20% now, and we have a bunch of trees to chop down as well. Now we're at about 30%. That's good. Okay, it's going better. We're at 40%. I'll probably get to 50, maybe even 60 with all this. All right, we are at 59%, looking a lot better than earlier. So I think biofuel is definitely the way to go. Now I'm just gonna try to get more wood. I don't think we're ever gonna get the giant bed in this run. We're just gonna be upgrading the fire essentially and trying to get the 3rd and also the 4th kid maybe. That'll probably be decently hard, but now that we're actually growing our amount of trees, maybe not. We'll probably be able to do it. All right, things are actually going good now. We have 76%. Our trees are also just about to be done growing. There we go. Now we'll see if we can get the level 5 fire finally with what we have here. But the problem is, if the 3rd kid is halfway outside the map, which sometimes he is, we'll have to get the level 6 fire before getting any more multipliers. But today, we're on day 50, meaning we're halfway done with this challenge. All right, let's see what this can do. We do have a blizzard, but we should be good to get level 6 maybe, or level 5 right now. Yeah, okay, this will definitely be enough. Last one. There we go. Okay, fire level 5. Let's go get the 3rd kid immediately. Bring him back home so that way we get the multiplier fast. Okay, this is interesting. We found an oil barrel. That will be very useful. I'm gonna have to try to put that in a place I'll remember, like right next to this barn, which is right next to where the 3rd kid is. Okay, so this should be memorable, and that should help us to get that level 6 fire, or at least to stay alive. I'm also gonna use a shotgun to get this done as fast as possible. Get the key. All right, please, if you would so be kind, my very very amazing amigo. Make your way into my sack. I ask very politely. There's another YouTuber who doesn't ask very politely, but I think that's actually quite rude of him, not gonna lie. And there we go. Okay, times 7 multiplier now. That's good. We also have some stew left in our inventory, so I'll just eat those. Corn we'll put into the biofuel, and things are going decent. They're going pretty decent now. Okay, this is interesting. We got a pumpkin. I won't be using that for food, but for the fuel, because that actually does give you a decent bit more. I think it gives you 3 biofuel instead of just 1. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grab that oil barrel from earlier. That'll help a ton. We'll also, actually, you know what? Let me get this wood first just so it can regrow. Then we'll get that oil barrel. Okay, with this, we have 65%. Barely making it by. We're on day 57. I do think we'll be able to get the 4th kid before this is over. Hopefully speeding this up just a little bit extra, because man, this is a very different video than what I'm used to. I'm used to building the best bases, having 7,000 wood or scrap, and now here I am barely making it alive. There's our oil. But wait, I think I just saw another, maybe it was a fuel canister, but I think I saw something red. Okay, it is another oil barrel. I'm glad I saw that. We're gonna get both of these oil barrels, but for now, let me actually open this chest. What the what? Dude, that actually, I have no idea how he got in the building. Giant sack, that I will not have. The bird, you can have that, sir, if you would like. I'm allowed only 1 item slot, but if you can, bring back that other oil barrel with the, okay, you're not listening. But with these 2 oil barrels, I think we'll be good to get level 6 fire and the 4th kid. Yeah, okay, wait, actually, we might be just under, but our trees should make up the last little bit we need. See what this does? Okay, we're good. Fire level 6, immediately gonna go get the 4th kid. And because we have the tactical shotgun, that should make it really easy. And I think all the kids have been in the same spot. We got the 1st kid right here, the 2nd kid where my mouse is, and the 3rd kid right here. And I think the 4th kid is actually somewhere up here as well. All right, let's get the 4th and final kid, and then we'll have an 8 times multiplier. And the only thing we'll be missing is the giant bed. Now I'm curious. Usually you get mythic chests out of here. I'm wondering why I got a gold chest, because I think the last 3 or 4 times I always got a mythic chest. That's weird. Maybe it's now more likely to get the mythic chest, but somewhat rare to get the gold chest. But either way, I'm glad to have what we have. Day 64. We are very close to doing this. As long as I don't die, we'll be good. Okay, she's safe, back at the base. And now I think we are good. I'm curious. Should we try to get the giant bed just because we have the time to? It's gonna cost a decent amount. 80 wood. Oh, actually, no, not 80 wood. 50 wood and 50 scrap. The 50 scrap is what gets me. That is an insane amount of scrap. Well, I am officially quitting YouTube. I will never make a video ever again. All right, I'm gonna have to do this again, but I'm gonna skip to about where I was because, yeah, that was a lot. All right, this is try 3, by the way. I failed again, but we are on day 60. All 4 kids, 3 of the beds, tree is growing, which we probably won't need anymore. Got enough food, and now we just wait until we hit day 99. And this time I will not be stupid, and I will use my tactical shotgun for raids. Let me burn my feet as a nice symbol of winning this challenge. And there it is, day 99 in 1 hour and 15 minutes. But I actually made a brand new YouTube channel. Click on this video here if you want to see the first one. Here, I'll be uploading compilations of all of my videos. So if you want to watch a bunch of my videos all at once, you can do so right here. And also, it would mean a ton if you'd subscribe, because that will help me out a lot. But for right now, thanks for watching, subscribe, and click on this video right here.